Hello students. Now today in this session of class 12 business studies, we will be going to discuss one more function of management in which it is stated that after making the planning in the perfect manner, creating the organization structure and then appointing the various types of persons for doing the various types of jobs in the organization. But then also it is being seen that this thing will not work in the proper manner unless and until we are providing the proper instructions or the proper guidelines to the employees from time to time. And when we are talking about providing the proper instructions or the guidelines from employees from time to time, that means we are talking about one of the function of the management that is related with direction. We have to give the directions that how a particular task is to be completed or what are the various ways, means and methods of completing this type of task. So today we will be discussing about directing as a function of management, its features and importance. So what do you mean by directing? Directing, it is that function of management which guides and motivates the employees to achieve the goals of the organization. So it guides and motivates the employees to achieve the goals of organization effectively and efficiently. So directing, it is that process in which we are providing the guidance, we are motivating or encouraging the employees to achieve the goals of the organization effectively and efficiently. Okay? So this is the basic meaning of this concept, that is directing. Now in directing, what are the features related with this concept? So first feature, it is linked with subordinate. Directing, it is directly related with the human being. So we are providing the instructions to the subordinate from time to time. We are guiding the persons who are working in the organization from time to time. So it is a direct link with the subordinate. So instruction should be given to the subordinate for achieving a particular task, and then their activity should be also supervised. Continuous function. Directing, it is a continuous function. It is a never-ending process, because once we achieve a particular task or once the instructions are being given for achieving a particular task, then we are working on some other task. So we have to again pass on the instruction how the further task will be completed. And even if we have instructed the employees, we are seeing their activities or supervising their activities, and then also if needed, again we have to give them the instructions or the guidelines. So it is a continuous process. Then it is a function of all the managers. Directing, it is performed at all the levels of management, especially at the middle level and the lower level management. Because top level management, whatever policies they are making, whatever objectives they have laid down, they explain those policies and the objectives to the middle level management, and then the middle level management, by understanding the policies and the objectives from the top level management, they explain those policies or the objectives what is to be achieved to the lower level management. So they give the instructions to the lower level management that how we have to work on this thing and how we have to achieve these objectives. So directing is function at the all managerial level. It is an action oriented activity. Directing is an action oriented activity because when we are providing the instructions to the employees or the subordinates for doing the work, that means we are giving them the instruction that you just start working on the particular task by following the instructions which have been given to you. So by getting the guidance or the instruction from the top level, the lower level they start working on achieving those tasks. So directly they are doing the action. Okay, so it is said that it is an action oriented activity. Now let us discuss about some of the importance of directing. Putting theory into practice. Directing, it is a particular process where whatever theoretical knowledge we have gained, now we have to put those theoretical knowledge into the practice and we have to start working. So before that, the directions are given to you that how you have to do a particular work. So you are implementing your theory into your reality or in a real practice. Then comes optimizing the human efforts. The optimum utilization of the human resource can be done by providing them the right instruction or the right guidelines at the right time. So when we are giving the proper guidance to the human beings, that is the subordinates who are working under the seniors, when they get the proper guidance or the instruction from them, so they work with full efficiency and they get the desired results of the organization. So by this we can get the optimum or we can make the optimum use of the various human resources which are working in the organization. Creating a congenial atmosphere. A healthy environment will be created in the organization because in directing there are elements like communication, motivation, through which we are properly communicating with the employees and we are motivating the employees for doing the right type of work. We are appreciating their work, we are appraising their work. So when these things are taking place, the employees are satisfied in the organization and there is a good and the healthy relations created in the organization between the various persons. So it makes a way for a congenial atmosphere in the organization. Enhancing the understanding. The proper communication system, one of the elements of directing is communication. When we are following the proper communication system and we are giving the proper instructions by making the use of the correct channel of communication, so it enhances the understanding level. What is needed by the superior, the subordinate, they clearly understood that thing and they work according to the given instruction. So it enhances the understanding level between the two persons by making the proper use of the communication channels. Then facilitates the change. Directing, it helps in facilitating the changes because it is not easy for the organization to adopt any new change because there might be some resentment from the employees. But when we are properly guiding the employees, giving them the instructions from time to time and making them aware of the various advantages and the disadvantages of the various type of changes which are going to take place. So due to this thing, the employees can know this thing that what is right for them and what is wrong, what is good for them and what is not good for them. So they can take the decision in the proper manner and they can easily adopt the various types of changes which are taking place in the organization. So this can be done by properly guiding the employees related with the various types of advantages and disadvantages related with those type of changes which the organization want to adopt. So all these are the point of importance of directing. So today in this session we have gone through the meaning of directing, then we have discussed about the features of directing, and then we have discussed about the importance of directing. Hope these three things are clear to you. Thank you and have a nice day.